Hey everyone, my name is Laura and welcome to Book Bubbler. This is my January TBR and I've joined a lot of readathons this month. I can't seem to help myself and that's okay. So let's get cracking right away, shall we? First of all, I can't believe I forgot to mention this yesterday in my reading goals video, but DoubleBookedCo, the business that Danny and I own, we are starting our own book club. It's all backlist stuff, and we base it all on books that both Danny and I had a copy of. So if we can find them, they're at thrift stores and libraries everywhere. So everyone voted. Danny and I don't vote, everyone else votes. And our first book we're reading in January is Atonement by Ian McEwan. I'm a little nervous about reading this because I think I'm going to be heartbroken, but that's okay. Plus, it will give me an excuse to watch the movie again because that green dress, man, I really want that green dress. Even though I would look ridiculous in it, doesn't matter. It's a beautiful dress. So, Atonement is up first. Okay, and that's running once a month through November. Excuse me, we're taking December off as a reading month. So, all right. And then I forgot this as well. I forgot three things. And then the buddy read that Danny and I are doing year-long this year. It's just the two of us, and we decided we're going to alternate either reading one really big book through the year or reading a series. Last year we read the Pink Carnation series by Lauren Willig, so this time it's for a big book, and we are going to do the very first Edward Rutherford. This is Sarum, a story of England. I think most of it is set in Salisbury, but I'm not 100%. I'm not sure when we're going to be starting exactly, but you know, this will be the book that we are both reading throughout the year. And I think it's right around 900 pages, so a little shorter than the last one we had, I think, but there we go. And the third thing I forgot to mention, I'm on a roll, is that I'll be participating in the Golden Girls Readathon hosted by Rachel Fryman. It's running all year. I think she's going to have specific challenges throughout the year like she normally does too. I'm not 100% on that, you know, please check her channel to be sure, but she has a theme or a prompt every month. That's how she's running at least this big thing this year. I'm not sure again. So the prompt for the first month is to read something with a city or a country name in it. And I'll be doubling up and crossing over books for readathons too, I should say this. So I chose this graphic novel, comic, whatever, Babylon Berlin. This is by Arne Gish and Volker Kutscher. So we'll see, it's all in black and white. I hope nothing horrible is in these pages I'm flipping through. I don't know. So this will be what I'm reading for the Golden Girls Readathon, plus some other stuff. Okay, so the Book Naturalists this month. Rachel Carson is the author focus. So there are two picks. The first one is Silent Spring. I won't be reading that. I tried to read that about 10 years ago, I think, and it made me so angry and so heartsick that I couldn't finish it. So I won't be attempting that. I will be attempting to read, however, this one, which is the other pick they have, Under the Sea Wind. This is her first book and the first in a trilogy or a quartet, I don't remember which, but it's much thinner. It's about seabirds and sea creatures and their habitat. And where is she writing from? I don't know where she was living at the time, but anyways, I'll be reading this one. And then also I thought it would be fun to dip into and out of some of her letters. So I have Always Rachel. These are letters from Rachel Carson and Dorothy Freeman from 1952 to 1964, and this is edited by Dorothy Freeman's granddaughter. So looking forward to getting into this too, seeing what it's like. I don't know, I love reading letters and diaries and things, so this should be interesting. I doubt I'll finish it, but you know, I will, again, dip in and dip out. Okay, so first up for the Out of the Coffin challenge. This is hosted by Ange at Ange's Book Chatter and Amy at BookTube with Amy, where we are reading one book a month for the Sookie Stackhouse Southern Vampire series by Charlaine Harris. So the first one, I did a great job taking off this sticker, didn't I? First up is Dead Until Dark. I'm excited to read this again, like I said yesterday too. I have very fond memories of this series. It really took me out of my life, which I needed at that time, so excited to get into this series once again. Okay, and then I am participating in the Past and Future Readathon. This is hosted by my lovely friend Emily at Novell Novels and Jem at Read a Book Gem. So the prompts for that are, here we go. Okay. Okay, there's a group read too, I should say. So the group read is The Vanishing Act of Esme Lennox by Maggie O'Farrell. I've wanted to read her for a while. I've seen her for a while. I've checked out other books of hers before, but never read anything. So I'm excited to try this one, and I really hope that it works out. And then, okay, so the prompts. There are 8 prompts. The first one is to reread a favorite book, and I'm going to go with Dead Until Dark for this because I have to read it anyways. It is a reread, and it's one of my favorite series, I think. So this is number 1. Number 2 is a book recommended by someone older than you. I am 43. Let's not talk about it. So it's a little difficult sometimes to find people older than me, but good thing my mom is older than me, thankfully, and she recommends books to me all the time. So I'll be reading An Elderly Lady is Up to No Good by Helene Tursten. This is translated from, is she Dutch? Swedish. She's Swedish. Translated by Marlene Delargy. So my mom has read this, really enjoyed it, so I'll be reading this one. Prompt number 3, a book by an author you have enjoyed but not read for a while. John Bellairs. So John Bellairs was such a big part of my childhood. I can't even tell you. Like, I love all of his books. I didn't realize that he had died when I was younger. I think I was just aging out of his books when he passed in the early 90s. But I love him, man. Some of it's the Edward Gorey covers, which, let me show you, non-Edward Gorey covers that personally offend me. So this is the stuff that I'll be reading from. This is the start to the Anthony Monday. The Anthony Monday series. There are just 4 in this series. If I like them, I'll continue reading them, but looking forward to this. So this cover is okay. The Gorey covers are fabulous. This cover is also okay. This is from a different series, but these are Adele Bantam covers, you know, very 70s, early 80s kind of covers. This is also fine. What I do not like and what I find personally offensive are the new covers. They redid the covers for when they re-released these, and with Brad Strickland, who finished up all of his series. I think they were on the go at the time. So I don't like these. No, it's got to be this or Gorey, you know, like why? I don't like it. It looks like every other book. There's nothing to distinguish it from anything else. It just looks like, whatever. Anyways, poop on those, but I'll be reading this one. Okay. Prompt number 4 is a book set before you were born. And I will be reading The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. Never read it before, never seen the movie. I know I'm a bad 80s kid, so I'll be reading this one. I think this is set in the 60s, right? 50th anniversary. It's got to be set in the 60s. Whatever. It's older than I am, so we're just going to go with it. Okay, number 5 is a book you have promised yourself you will read in the future, something you're really excited about. I'm going to let myself just mood read this one. I don't know what it is. I'm leaning towards Jenny Colgan because she's always nice, or maybe Sarah Addison Allen. I like a little magical realism, but I'm just going to leave this open and wing it and see if something really calls me throughout the month. I will just read that for that prompt. Prompt number 6 is a book featuring a job you wanted to do when you were younger. Okay. I was an odd kid. I mean, I think all kids are odd, let's be honest, but I really wanted to be a witch, and I wanted to be a dancer, and I wanted to live in ancient Egypt, as you do. So what I really did, I wanted to be a teacher as well. But the thing that I played at the most and pretended to be the most was a secretary. Again, living that big dream life, y'all. So I just got this for Christmas from my mom. I'm going to read Dear Mrs. Bird by A.J. Pierce. So the main protagonist in here, Emmeline, she helps a war correspondent, ostensibly just to like do paperwork and things, but she ends up answering letters that the snobby, prudish older lady doesn't want to answer. So she is a secretary, but she becomes an advice columnist too. So I'll be reading this one for that prompt. Good prompt, by the way, ladies. I really like it. Okay, number 7 is to read a feel-good book to set the tone for your year ahead. Same thing as the other prompt, number 5. I'm just going to leave this open and be a mood reader for this and just see what pops up. And then the last prompt Prompt number 8 is to read a book with a protagonist older than yourself. Doubling up here, I will be reading this one. An elderly lady is up to no good because she is in her 80s. And thankfully, that is older than I am right now. So there we go. So that's everything for the past and future readathon. And the last readathon I'll be participating in sounds like tons and tons of fun. This is the Now That's What I Call Summer Readathon, hosted by Karen at what was formerly Karen Evans and now is Rambling Reader, and Heather at Soggy Expat Book Nerd. So there are prompts throughout the month that some of them are book related, some of them are not. I'm excited about this too. Okay, so number 1, Saturday morning cartoons to watch cartoons and eat cereal in your pajamas. I am going to go buy some sugary cereal and get into this. Prompt 2 is school book fair. Read a book that you wanted to read as a kid but never got to. There were quite a few books I could have picked for this, let's be honest. But the one that I chose is this. I don't like this cover necessarily, but this is from the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frank Weiler. Who's the author? Konigsberg? E.L. Konigsberg. So I never read this. I always saw it on the shelves. I just never actually read it. So it's time to remedy that, shall we? Number 3, MTV Video mashup to build an 80s, 90s playlist and have a dance party. Pretty much done. I have several of those already on rotation, but I think I'll make a new one for myself just because, and then have a little drunk dance party by myself. Some friends might get some drunk messages from me. You never know. Okay, number 4, Too Cool for School. Read a book about cool teens. So here are some pictures of me in high school. Sadly, I don't have anything here in my house that's like from middle school or anything. I have my yearbooks, but those are not great quality photos. So I'll try and pull some from my mom's house next time I'm over there and show you them. But here's me pretty much in senior year of high school. There's stuff from my birthday party. There's stuff from my 18-year-old birthday party. I think there's things, maybe 1 or 2 from my freshman year of college, early in the year, not sure. Anyway, so there's me in like 95, 96, 97. I know. Anyways, the book I'm going to read for this prompt, Too Cool for School, is again The Outsiders, because aren't these all super awesome kids, like totally bitchin'? There's a leather jacket on the cover. Doesn't that mean you're automatically cool if you have a leather jacket? Like, right? So, Outsiders. Number 5, Endless Summer. Read a book that takes place in the summer. Okay. Okay, if you guys were like a teenage girl, or, you know, not, I don't know, in the early 90s, you probably saw a lot of books by Catherine Applegate. So Catherine Applegate also writes the Animorphs series, and she wrote another series too as K.A. Applegate, same person. So I'm going to read Ocean City. I think there are 10 books in this series. I could not wait for each new edition to be published. Like my friend Heather, who was essentially my sister, we would scour Kmart or the drugstore or like Woolworths back when that was around. I know, dating myself now. And we would look for new editions, like the new series all the time, the next edition in the book. Like, I can't even tell you how excited we were about this Ocean City series. So, Kate wanted to put bad love behind her. Chelsea wanted to find real love. Grace wanted to forget her haunted past. And Justin just wanted to sail away from it all. A bold new series about friends and strangers sharing a beach house for one intense, unforgettable summer. I mean, come on. So I have all 10 books in this series because I'm awesome. And I also have 2 other series by her that are also summer set 90s. So there's this one with the step back covers, super cool. This is Zoe Fools Around. Boyfriends and Girlfriends is the name of this series. So I have all the books in here too. This one, Zoe Fools Around, it turns their world upside down. New couples are formed, friends become enemies, and secrets are unearthed. Book 1 in the new series about falling in and out of love. I remember this one, it's set on an island. That's sort of kept my love of wanting to live on an island going. And they're all these, like the smaller group of teens, and 1 or 2 of them, I think, have like a string can, like phone they would talk to each other with, or like they would go out on their roofs to like escape and like visit each other, like walk around the island at night, something like that. Like, I don't know. That's what I remember from this. So I might get to this too. And then the other one, which is extremely obviously summer, is the Summer series, again by Catherine Applegate. They are set in each month. So 3 months, 3 guys, one incredible summer. Oh, Summer Smith is ready for a once-in-a-lifetime summer. She left her small town in Minnesota, relatable, for the Florida Keys, where the sun is scorching, the water is brilliant blue, and the guys are as plentiful as the hot white sand. By sunset of her first day, Summer has met 3 of them. Adam Merrick has great looks, power, and all the money in the world. Diver, sorry, I'm embarrassed reading this out loud. Diver is a mystery man, mellow, intriguing, definitely unique. And Seth is Mr. Right, the perfect guy, only he's got a girlfriend. What to do? Summer, what are you going to do? So, yeah, I have this whole series too. So I'm going to start with Ocean City and then move on from there. This is totally awesome. Okay, prompt number 6 is undercover reading. Read a mystery featuring a puzzle or a hidden object. So I'm going to read, again, John Bellairs' The Treasure of Alpheus Winterbourne, because this has something to do with a treasure missing in the public library before Alpheus died. He's supposed to have hidden this treasure in the library. So Anthony Munday is trying to find it. There are clues. Meanwhile, the late millionaire's evil nephew, Hugo Philpotts, that's right, is playing it smart and safe, letting Anthony do the terrifying job of finding the treasure, and then he'll simply snatch it away. Or will he? So, little Bellairs action. Prompt 7 is to mail a postcard to a pen pal. I will do that. Prompt 9, I'll skip narrate for now, is to build a fort and read in it, like make a clubhouse. I'm all over this, absolutely. Number 8 is to read a comic or graphic novel. And that, again, I'm doubling up. This is a little series for this, but I'm going to read Babylon Berlin for that as well. I might read something else. I have a bunch of Doctor Who comics here that I need to read. I've got My Favorite Thing is Monsters. I've got a couple of books by Lauren Redness. We'll see, but for sure, I'm going to be reading this one anyway, so counting that. All right. I think that's everything. I think that's plenty. I've talked long enough. So I think that's 15 or 16 books. I'm not going to count this one because, again, throwing it everywhere. This will be an all-year read. But I think I can do this. I feel motivated and pumped. It's a lot of variety, a lot of nerdy, like 90s stuff that I am very much into, and some shorter stuff too, like Elderly Lady is nice and short. So anyways, have you guys read anything? Are you participating in any of these readathons? I hope you are. Let me know. And I will see you guys again very shortly in the next one. Take care. Bye.